guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Snatched here, and I'm back again with another week of workouts. We're on our way to the gym for our final week of this entire 12-week challenge. It is week 12. I can't believe it. I made it to the end. So basically what I want to do for this video is, of course, show you guys all the details of my workouts for the last week, especially some of my more core workouts that I always try to do. And then after that, probably talk to you guys more about my plans for what I'm going to do after this 12 weeks. Am I going to keep going with this whole style of the challenge, so my 5-day week split, or am I going to cut it down a little bit, make it a little bit more manageable? But we'll see what happens when we get there. What is up, guys? So we're back again with another leg day. Today is pretty much more of a quad focused day. So as you can see, I'm starting out with a barbell back squat. And again, like I mentioned, these workouts for this week are going to be more of my core workouts. And with my core workouts, I really like to focus on movements that are going to be easy to progressively overload over time, meaning that I would increase the intensity of the workout over time to gain more muscle strength and mass. So as you can see, with the barbell back squat, I moved up in weight to kind of burn out my legs at the end. So a lot of these movements are going to really focus on a lot of strength and just be a lot more effective than more of the accessory fancy movements that you'll see me do from time to time. Moving on to the leg press. So this is more of the more intimidating leg press in the gym that you'll see. Either one works fine. And for these, I really try to focus on getting that full range of motion by basically pulling my legs all the way back to more of a squat position. Sometimes I see people going half reps with these, and this is definitely another good move to progressively overload as well. So now moving on to the complementary movements to hit more quads, I'm doing a heel elevated goblet squat, and by elevating those heels, you'll definitely feel it more in your quads than your glutes. Next, I moved into these Bulgarian split squat, and what I'm doing here is just this cool TikTok hack that I found out how to get into the split squat position by, sitting back, then putting your knee down, and then just pushing straight up and just continuing the reps forward. So it's just a quick, easy way to get into it, and you don't have to hop around on your one leg that's working that I used to do all the time. And these split squats are just a killer for the quads, but you can also adjust it to be more glute focused by leaning forward a bit more and just being a little bit further away from the bench that you're working from. Then I moved into these forward step ups for 4 sets of 10 just to really burn out the quads here. And I added a bit of fanciness with this TRX pistol squat. I've been really trying to work on my pistol squat strength. Pistol squat is definitely heavily quad focused, but it takes a ton of balance and a ton of work to get it perfectly, but we'll get there. Finished off this workout here with just a burnout on the leg extension machine, taking it nice and slow at the beginning and finishing my last set to failure at the end. I'm so exhausted. We're doing back-to-back 5 days in a row because I missed Monday to actually start my weekly split. So I have to make it up by 5 day in a row days that I've never done this entire 12 weeks. But we're gonna do it. If you fall off, you gotta get back on somehow. Just rearrange your days and make it work. Back at it again with another back day. I think I've mentioned this several times on this channel, but I love to work my back. Started off with these assisted chin-ups. The difference between a chin-up and a pull-up, I learned, is just the facing of your hands. So hands facing supinated like what I was doing is a chin-up. A forward grip would be a pull-up. So You learn something every day. Then I moved into these chest supported T-bar rows. Definitely aim for the chest supported ones instead of the standing ones to add a little bit more stability here. And then going to these hammer strength machines, which are basically my new favorite machines, but I did a mid row to a high row, and mid row would really focus more on your mid back, while the high row really helps to hit more of your lats, which is that underarm bra fat area that a lot of women try to target. And then for the final back movement, I did these underhand bent over barbell rows just with an easy bar, and you really want to focus on keeping your elbows tucked in as you pull up. Next, I moved into a little bit more shoulder work. I actually really like to combine back and shoulders together, so I think moving forward I might do that. But here I'm just doing these Arnold press drop sets. So as you can see, I'm starting off with the heaviest weight and then dropping the weight for the next set and the next all the way down until you kind of feel that burn as you go to the lightest weight. Definitely a good way to really tire out your muscles. And then lastly, you can't forget your rear delts. So I'm hitting the rear delts with these bent over flies, and your rear delt pretty much where your shoulder blades meet your back. So this workout really wouldn't be complete without hitting those. All right, so it is now after work. I just made some dinner. I just made 5 ounces of turkey, ground turkey, with some, what are these? Zucchini spirals. Guys, zucchini spirals in addition to cauliflower rice, biggest hack when trying to cut weight, FYI. So like I said in the beginning of this video, this week is pretty much my wrap-up week of the intense, 12-week challenge, summer challenge. But I'm still planning on continuing to go to the gym, continuing to be in a caloric deficit. So I think all I'm going to do is kind of switch up my routine a little bit. I kind of found that I'm kind of in a little bit of a plateau with my weight loss. So what I'm going to do now is just think through a couple of updates to not really my diet, but to just my workout structure. So as you guys know, if you guys have been watching this entire series, you know that I talked about all of the different workout splits that you can do. It's good once in a while to change up your routine, especially when you're a little bit too used to the same workouts every single week. But for me, what I was doing before for this whole challenge, I was basically doing different workouts every single day with just consistent compound movements. So consistently doing squats, consistently doing deadlifts, all of those heavy compound lifts. But now I kind of want to get into more of just a simple workout split that I do every single week, just to see how that works out and to see if I can get over this plateau hump. So I'm thinking of maybe doing an upper lower split and maybe just upping my workout days to 6 days a week instead of 5 days a week, just because I think after doing this for a while, I feel like I can handle it. But that one, basically the structure of that is that you do upper body one day, lower body, then rest and repeat. But I can also do maybe the push-pull leg split, but I feel like that's so bro-y to me. I don't know. But yeah, after doing this for about 3 months, I think it's time to change things up. And just so you guys know, it's definitely good to do that. You never want to keep doing something and not push your body a little bit further to get to the goal weight that you want it to be at. Especially, for me, I think I want to lose at least like 10-ish more pounds. But I'm gonna enjoy this meal right here. It is so good. I've basically been eating this all week for dinner, because like you guys know, I like to save my carbs for a little bit later on in the night, and especially for my breakfast. So this is gonna be super low carbs. I'll put the macros on the screen. All you gotta do is season up the zucchini, have great seasoning on your meat, and bomb. Okay. Alright, so we're starting off this shoulder and arms day with a pretty new move for me. This is the bent over Y raise, where you're taking more of a 45-degree angle in between a front raise and a lateral raise. These really actually gave a good burn to my shoulders, so I definitely recommend adding that in. Next, I moved on to these upright rows. Simple enough with the plate. As you can see, some lady turned off the light, but we're just gonna ignore her. And then after that, I moved on to one of my favorite shoulder moves, which is the around the world press. This one is not for the faint-hearted, so if you're a beginner, definitely go slow with these. And then to hit some arms, I ended up doing the bicep curl 21s. If you haven't heard of these, basically the style here is to go 7 halfway reps of the bottom half of the movement for a bicep curl to 7 of the upper half of the movement of the bicep curl into 7 more of just full range of motion the entire exercise. So if you really want to get a good bicep pump, definitely add those in. Now we're hitting a little bit more of the rear delts with these face pulls. I did 3 sets of 10 here, and face pulls are definitely a staple for developing the rear delts and overall back and shoulders. After that, I moved into these cable lateral raises. These are definitely a lot harder for me than the dumbbell lateral raises just because of that lean, and the cable adds a lot more tension to your shoulders. Next, I wanted to finish off with some tricep movements since I didn't hit those yet. And so here I'm just doing a couple sets of the cable tricep kickbacks. I rather these than the tricep kickbacks with a dumbbell as well. And then ended off this workout with just overhead tricep extensions just to burn them out a little bit more. Back to another leg day as usual, and God, I can't believe it's almost over, but it is. But we're grinding through, at least I am. Hopefully you guys kind of join me on this too, because I don't know, I feel like you get more motivation when you do other things with other people, and some people don't have someone else to do it with, so gladly do it with me. And if you're watching this a little bit later, feel free to go back through my playlist and start from the beginning. Start from the beginning, watching, some of my week of workouts. I think if you just watch 1 week of my routine, do that for the whole 3 months, you'll still see some progress. But yeah, try it out, see if you like it. All right, so we got a hamstring and glute focus day. So I'm starting off here with these conventional deadlifts. Deadlifts have recently become my favorite lift so far for my compound movements. I'm going pretty fast here because this is like lightweight for me, but as I load the weight, I definitely try to slow the tempo down. Next, I moved into these toe elevated RDLs for 3 sets of 10. Elevating the toe here really gets an even bigger stretch on the hamstrings. You want to make sure to keep that slight bend in your knee and feel the stretch in your hamstrings as you go down. Next, I moved into these single leg RDLs, pretty much hitting the same muscle here. If you still need to work on your balance, definitely go slow and controlled with these. You could even drop that back foot down and just do a B stance single leg RDL as well. Now it's time to hit that booty, girls. So we're gonna do basically a superset of a dumbbell hip thrust into a single leg hip thrust with no weight. And as far as form wise, you really want to make sure that for both of these movements, your shins are 90 degrees with the floor and that you're really scooping up the weight and not letting your neck drop back. So make sure that you're looking just straight ahead in front of you. But this is definitely a killer superset. So if you try this out, get ready to feel really sore in your glutes. Now moving into these glute medius kickbacks. So these are slightly different from the normal kickbacks that you'll see. Basically what you're doing is keeping your knee slightly flexed while pushing back in a 45-degree angle and then pausing at the top to really feel the work in your glutes. These really isolate your glutes a lot better, I think, than the normal glute kickbacks that I never usually feel. Next, I moved into these rounded back extensions for 3 sets of 10. And then just finished off this workout with 2 final hamstring movements, doing the lying leg curl as well as the seated leg curl for 4 sets of 10. And now for the final workout of my last week of this challenge, I hit a full body HIIT workout. Started off here with some hip thrusts with a heavier weight than you saw the other day. Again, the form pretty much stays the same, and it matters a lot more when you go heavier than just normal dumbbells. And the hip thrust is pretty much the only compound movement I'm doing today. The rest of these movements are going to be a lot of the combination movements that I love to do, a bit more advanced. So here I'm hitting a bicep hammer curl into single lateral raises. The next combo movement is a single arm overhead press with a reverse lunge. So I'll do those on both sides for 4 sets of 10 on each leg. Again, a lot of balance required for this one, so I would try to do the opposite leg with the opposite arm if you need a bit more help with balance there. Next, I moved into this combo of an RDL with a back row. This one you definitely have to go slow and controlled to make sure you're getting the stretch in your hamstring and glutes, and then also feeling your back working as well. And then for a final burnout, I hit a little bit of core with these in and out plank jacks into a shoulder tap. I never have a focused core day, but sprinkling in core here and there won't hurt. And that's it for the final week of my workouts. Alright guys, so this is my final physique for the whole 12-week challenge. I am so happy with how far I have made it. Definitely cut down a little bit on my midsection. I know you can't see my legs, but they're a little bit thinner, if you could see. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with where I got to. Like I said, I definitely think that I need to do a little bit more to get to my goal weight. But for the start of the summer, this is perfect. I feel confident. I feel like I can wear my bikinis. I'm very happy that I was able to stick to this challenge and stick to everything from start to finish, never missed a week, never missed a workout, and change my diet to the point where I finally figured out it's not that hard to eat healthy, you know? I hope you guys enjoyed this entire journey. Or sometime after that, you can definitely look through my playlist to see all of my different tips and also all the workouts that I was doing. But yeah, that's it for my series. Thank you guys so much for watching all 12 videos. Just so you know, I'm still going to be uploading videos and just keeping you guys up with my life and my continued weight loss. If you like this video and this series, then please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Bye.